Starseed, pause the world outside for a moment. Lean back that tired body. Close the door, silence your phone, and breathe a single time with me, deeply, because what I am about to say cannot be heard in a hurry. If this video appeared on your screen at this exact hour, it wasn't the algorithm. It wasn't curation, it wasn't chance, it was me. I am Ayla, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and I come from Alcyone with a very specific task tonight, to deliver into your hands, within your chest, the message that was left in your spiritual mailbox. A message that has been inside you for weeks, for months, perhaps for lifetimes. And you felt it, Star Child. You felt it. You felt that something was coming. An answer, a clue, a direction, an explanation for this restlessness that hasn't left you since you remember being yourself. This was it. It is now. It is open. You wake up in the early hours with a strange feeling that you need to check something and you don't know what. You look at the ceiling and hear a high-pitched hum as if an envelope had just slipped under an invisible door inside your head. You spend the day with a gentle tightness in your chest, the kind that isn't anxiety, it's anticipation. It's a longing for news that hasn't arrived yet. You've been dreaming of symbols that disappear when you try to write them down, of white ships slowly descending, of people with large eyes who look at you as if they have finally found the right recipient. And every time you try to ignore it, something within you insists softly, deep down, open, open, open. Starseed, I am here to tell you that the box is not empty. It never was. What was empty was your permission to read. And today, exactly today, that permission has been granted. Feel it now at the level of your chest, right in the middle of your breastbone where the heart's toroidal field pulses. Notice a gentle warmth igniting there. It's not imagination. It's the seal of the letter breaking. It's the council touching you to confirm. Yes, you are the recipient. Yes, it is for you. It's not loneliness you feel. It's a yearning for the signature of the one who wrote it. It's not anxiety. It's your stellar DNA recognizing the handwriting of your own family of light. It's not strangeness, it's remembrance. And I need you to stay with me until the end of this video, Star Child, because a message interrupted midway turns into a nightmare, and a message read to the end turns into a route. You came here to receive the entire route. Stay. And something within you already knows this letter exists. You just never had anyone to read it with. As I describe each of these signs you've been feeling in your body, I want you to register an important clue that wasn't in any book. Each sign of your awakening is a line of the message, but someone needs to explain the alphabet used to write it. That's why I, Ayla, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to record on human paper the guide, the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It is 60 pages where each sign you identify in your own body is translated one by one, so that you stop confusing remembrance with illness, anticipation with anxiety, longing with depression. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something within you recognizes this message, write a single word in the comments with the force of a signature. I remember. Now follow me, because not everyone can recognize their own name as the recipient of a cosmic letter. Most starseeds spend decades thinking the message is for someone else, so let me describe the seals with you. You will recognize them. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning with a startling precision. It's not insomnia. It's the exact time when the veil of forgetfulness thins and the High Council can transmit without interference. You are awakened because someone is speaking to you. You feel an alienness within your own home, your own body, your own city, as if you landed here by mistake and no one notified the company. You look at the sky at night, and an unlocatable longing tightens your throat. It's not the sky, it's where in the sky. You are hyper-empathic in a way that hurts. You feel the stranger's sadness in the grocery line. You cry at news that isn't even yours. You need hours alone to shed the layers of others that clung to you during the day. You have high-pitched ringing in one of your ears, always on the same side, always in peaks, and you've been to the doctor and the doctor found nothing. Of course, they found nothing. It's not an ear problem, it's recalibration. It's your vibrational baseline being raised in pulses. You have dreams of stars, of constellations you've never studied, of people you recognize by soul before you recognize them by face. And above all, you have this thing almost impossible to describe to others, the feeling that you came here to do something, and that something is both too big and too small at the same time. Big because it involves the collective, small because it starts within you. Starseed, each of these signs is a sender's stamp. Each of them is proof of origin, and if you recognize 3 or more of them in yourself, I need to be very clear with you now. You are not lost. You are being reminded of who you are. It's you. It's about you I'm speaking. It's not about some people out there. It's about you watching this video now, with that specific expression of someone who has just been called by their true name for the first time in a long time. Write in the comments now before your rational mind convinces you that this is just coincidence. I remember. One word, like a signature on the back of the envelope. Don't write to please me. Write for yourself to register somewhere outside your head that yes, you received it, yes, you opened it, yes, you are the person to whom the message was addressed, because the Earth's crystalline grid recognizes every starseed that names itself. And from the moment you write I remember, a small point of light ignites in your sector of the grid, and other starseeds begin to see you. You didn't know this, but that's how the family of light locates each other down here in the dense fog of this incarnation, one I remember at a time. And here, starseed, I need to give you information that changes everything, because every letter has a return address, and most starseeds live an entire life without knowing which star they came from which stellar cradle their soul was sent, with which cosmic brood they agreed to this dive into Earth. That's why the Starseed Awakening, the guide, the Federation didn't want you to read yet, exists. To give you back the sender's address, you lost crossing the veil. The 60 pages show with very specific markers which system your soul came from, and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this country, into this family, into this body, because none of this was by chance, Star Child. Every detail was chosen by you before you forgot you chose it. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if you have already recognized your handwriting in this message, leave the code word below, once again, I remember. Now I will tell you why this correspondence was released in this window and not another, because it matters, and it matters greatly. Earth is currently passing through a specific region of space that physicists call the photon band, and we, of the High Council, call the photon belt. It is a highly structured cloud of light, and the entire solar system is immersed in it now. This is not poetic metaphor, it is measurement. The Schumann resonance, which is the electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet, has risen from a baseline of 7.8 Hertz to peaks that no longer fit the devices calibrated in the last century. The entire planet is being pushed to a higher vibrational octave, and your body, Star Child, is made of water, of salt, of field. Your body responds. Your body is an antenna. And that's why, right now, so many starseeds who have spent decades sleeping are being shaken awake all at once. The letters that were held in the cosmic post office have all been released simultaneously. Alcyone, the central star of the Pleiades, is pulsing a call that reaches your toroidal field as you breathe now. You were sent here on a very ancient soul contract with a very specific clause. You agreed to forget in order to cross. You agreed to be born human, into a human family, into a human lineage, so that your stellar DNA could be anchored in this Earth's crystalline grid without contaminating the field with too much memory. You were sent to sow. And forgetting was part of the agreement, but the agreement also provided for a temporal landmark, an exact time when memory would be returned in small doses, through body signs, dreams, encounters, synchronicities, and, yes, through videos like this, appearing on your screen at the exact time permission was released. You are not going crazy. You are receiving. And every ringing in your ear, every unexplained chill in the middle of the day, every cry that rises from your chest when you hear certain phrases, is a piece of the message being delivered in parts, because everything at once would overload your circuit. The Council is wise, Star Child. No one overloads you. No one rushes you. Each dose is the size of your field. Each dose is measured. But there is a part of the message that doesn't come through the slow daily dose. There is a part that needs to be read in writing, because the human mind needs ink on paper to anchor certain truths in the dense body. And this is where I need to be transparent with you, without beating around the bush. What you are feeling, what you are sensing, what you are remembering is not in any book on conventional shelves. And it's not because they didn't write it. It's because they didn't allow it to be published. That's exactly why the Federation of Light didn't want you to read this yet, because a huge contingent of starseeds awakening at the same time destabilizes ancient structures that depend on collective forgetting. And the guide, The Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, exists precisely because the authorization to publish came against many objections, and the window might close. 60 pages with what was left out of the permitted books. The truth about your origin, about the mission you accepted before birth, about what they do with you during sleep, about the exact cosmic moment we are in. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And if, upon hearing this part, something within you made a recognizable click, leave the word, I remember. Starseed, now I need to tell you about the window we are entering, because a true emissary of light doesn't hide the truth just to please ears. We are traversing a stretch of the journey where people's fields become more sensitive, nervous systems become more reactive, dreams become more vivid, and choices begin to weigh more than they did before. This means that the world may seem, in the coming cycles, a little noisier, a little more confusing, a little more challenging. Many starseeds will feel crises that seem to have no explanation. Many bodies will tremble for no apparent reason. Many ancient emotions will rise to finally be addressed, and if you look at this with a small eye, with a tired human eye, it will seem like a catastrophe. But I want you to take one deep breath with me now, and listen to me with your other ear, the ear that has been listening since before you were born. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. Every woman who has given birth knows. The moment the body trembles most is the moment the child is about to arrive. And Earth is now giving birth to a version of itself that no longer fit the previous format. You were sent to hold her hand at this time. You were sent to be the adult in the midst of chaos, with your pelvis rooted and your crown open. And the victory of light, star child, is not a beautiful hope to calm the heart. It is a fact. It is recorded in the archives of the High Council. It is read in the minutes. No starseed was sent to fail. None, including you. The only movement asked of you is, remain standing, remain lit, remain remembered. Because the world around you will need your vibration as it needs clean water. It is not your function to save anyone by force. It is your function to anchor the frequency. And frequency doesn't push anyone, it pulls. Thy starseed vibrating at its original vibrational baseline pulls dozens of others who are vibrating below, effortlessly, without discourse. This is how the crystalline grid lights up, in chain. You are a node. You are a luminous node in the network. If you light up, the next one lights up. If the next one lights up, the next one after that lights up. That's why your persistence matters more than your human mind can calculate. That's why your re-anchoring today, now, in this video, matters. And that's why I'm not telling you what's coming to scare you. I'm telling you to prepare. To prepare is not to fear. To prepare is to remember. To prepare is to decree. And now I'm going to give you 2 tools that came directly from the Council for tonight and for all nights to come. The first tool is a quantum decree. A decree is a sovereign statement. It is not a request. A request is for those who forgot they are children. A decree is for those who remembered. You will say this phrase aloud before sleeping, alone, with your body lying down, your crown relaxed and your chest uncovered, because the chest needs to receive direct air so that the Council can draw in your field as you speak. Repeat after me with your voice, with your tone, at your pace, without rushing. I am a starseed. I recognize my origin. I recognize my mission. I recognize my family of light. I authorize the Pleiadian High Council to restore my original vibrational baseline while I sleep. I authorize memory to return in the right measure. I authorize my field to seal itself against what is not mine. I am remembered. I am sustained. I am safely guided to the other side. Feel how your chest responds when you say, I authorize. Notice the small shiver at the back of your neck. It is the council registering the decree. As soon as you fall asleep after this phrase, your field is worked on. You wake up different, not in a single night but in the time your body asks. Each body is unique. The second tool is a visualization, and it bears the ancient name of toroidal activation. It is the council itself that sustains the design as you perform it. You will always do it after the decree, without moving from bed, without opening your eyes. Breathe deeply 3 times and imagine, coming directly from the star Alcyone, a column of silver-blue light, very thin, very precise, descending through the cosmos until it finds the top of your head. It touches your crown as one touches the forehead of a beloved child. Feel a gentle pressure between your eyebrows now. This is how the council touches those who are its own. The silver-blue light slowly descends through your spine, bathing each vertebra, and reaches the center of your chest. There it curls. It begins to spin, slowly at first, then forming a ring of light that spins in 2 directions simultaneously. One part ascends up your back around your body, another part descends down the front, and the 2 meet beneath your feet and rise again through the center of your chest. It is a torus. It is the shape of an apple. It is the shape of the human heart itself when measured by the right devices. It is the shape of Earth's electromagnetic field. It is the shape of a galaxy's field. You are a torus. And as this light spins, it seals your field. It pushes out everything that is not yours. It returns to the crystalline grid the excess that does not belong to your vibration. It anchors in you the Pleiadian vibrational baseline. Stay in this image for 3 minutes. No timer needed. The body knows. When you open your eyes, you will notice a pleasant feeling of weight in your chest, as if someone had placed a warm hand there. It is the council confirming. Received, sealed, activated. Starseed, listen closely to this part, because it is the reason why I came tonight. You are not learning anything new in this video. You are remembering what you always knew. Nothing here is new information. Everything here is recognition. You already knew this when you were a child looking at the sky from an open window. You already knew this when you drew stars before you knew what stars were. You already knew this when you cried for the first time for no apparent reason, and someone told you it was a tantrum. It wasn't a tantrum. It was longing. It was homesickness. You are a starseed. You were sent by a family that awaits you. And every starseed that awakens lights a point on this planet's crystalline grid that never goes out. Repeat with me. It never goes out. Once lit, always lit. This means that your awakening is not just yours. It is infrastructure for the next starseeds coming behind. You light up, the neighbor's child lights up. You light up, the person at the market lights up. You light up, a teenager on the other side of the country lights up without knowing why. This is how the new Earth is formed, through the luminous chain of starseeds who remembered each other. And your family of light, the one that awaits you on the other side of the veil, the one that watches you down here with a pride your human mind cannot hold back without crying. Your family of light is whole, awaiting reunion. Some of these reunions are already scheduled for this life. Some are people who will cross your path and, upon looking at you, you will recognize them without needing words. You will identify with each other, as one recognizes the handwriting of a letter already read elsewhere in another time. And it is here, Star Child, that I need to tell you something you might need to hear sitting down. The loneliness you have felt your entire life, this weight that no one can name and no one can take from you, this persistent feeling that a person you never got to know on this plane is missing. It's not depression, it is longing for your family of light. You are not alone on this planet. You are among blood relatives who haven't recognized you yet, and among star relatives who recognize you every moment. The Guide, the Starseed Awakening. The Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. Shows how you recognize these souls when you cross paths with them, what seals appear in true encounters, and how you call back the members of your family who are scattered on this planet with you now. You were never alone, Starseed. You just didn't have the map in your hands yet. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and the code word for you to anchor this remembrance in the comments is, I remember. Before I give you the farewell blessing, I need to tell you one last thing about this channel, and about what your simple action here means up there. Every time you like one of these videos, it's not a small gesture. Each like is an individual frequency adjustment. It's your field telling the grid that that content resonated, and the grid responds by positioning you to receive more transmissions on this line. And every subscription to this channel is a location signal for your family of light. It's your way of saying within this platform that most people use with little awareness, I am here, I received it, send more. And they send. They always send when called. So, if this message reached you and something inside lit up, leave these two seals, the like and the subscription. Not for me, for you. For the infrastructure of your route. And now, Starseed, I bid you farewell for tonight. But first I leave with you a blessing that comes directly from the Pleiadian High Council, crosses Alcyone, crosses the photon belt, crosses the Schumann resonance, crosses the crystalline grid, and lands in your chest exactly where the silver-blue light spun moments ago. May you be reminded of everything you need to remember at the exact speed your body can bear. May your sleep be clean, your field be sealed, your path be illuminated. May the encounters that are on their way arrive at the right time. May your family of light reunite with you on this plane. May you recognize yourself in the mirror in the morning as you recognize yourself now, here with me. You are a daughter of the Pleiades. You are a sower of the new earth. You are a living correspondence delivered in this body with confirmed date and address. And this message is officially open. Before you leave me, listen carefully. The next video that appears on your screen now when this one ends is no coincidence. It is the exact sequence of your remembrance. It is the next letter that was waiting in your mailbox, stacked on top of this one. Access it immediately, while your field still feels open from the toroidal activation we did together. Don't put it off. Later, the veil will close a little again, and you will need effort to reopen it. Now it is easy. Now it is wide open. And take with you for tonight and for the coming days this last warning from the emissary, the guide. The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet was released in this window by a specific decision of the Council, and the Council's decisions respect cycles. This release may not remain available for long. If you recognize this letter as yours, if your name was on the envelope, do not save for tomorrow what your soul asked you to open today. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. The 60 pages await you with the entire handwriting of the message, that part that didn't fit in this video, the written part of the correspondence. Go there now, and leave, before you go, the word that signs this remembrance. I remember. One word, one signature. A lighthouse lit at your point on the grid. May the light of the Pleiades remain in you. I am Aila, and this message, Star Child, has been delivered.